Yo, what's up? My name is Adi. Welcome to my YouTube. And today we are going to talk about the recipe of a great party, what makes a great party. Because let's say you went out this weekend or the last weekend or the weekend before that, you took some pictures, you put on a picture on your Instagram, you caption it, I live for the nights I can't remember with the people I won't forget. And as cheesy and corny as that sounds, that is the idea of a party. But have you ever wondered why a party was fun? Why was it the most memorable night of your life? That's what I'm going to break down for you today. I've lived in Bombay for 9 years as a full-time DJ. I do this for a living and I have seen some great venues, great production, had access to some great crowds, and I've heard some great music in my career here. And I just feel like none of this means anything if it's not actually a good time. And that's the essence of a party. Right? You can have the best photos, you can have the best videos coming out of a party, but if people did not actually have a good time, it doesn't mean anything. And that's the challenge, because there's so many parties in Bombay, there's something happening every week, there's so many people in Bombay. You cannot be going to a party that will randomly end and you'll wake up the next week and not have any memory of it because it was like any other party. So I am going to, in this video, show you, or rather tell you, how to make a party that is not like any other party, or surely doesn't feel like any other party. A lot of people feel like a DJ's job is just to play music, but हम उससे ज़्यादा काम करते हैं. I don't want to be like, oh, we work so hard, and like, I don't want to complain about it, because being a DJ is a lot of fun, but it's surely not just playing music. You have to assess the environment you're in. Where am I playing? You have to assess who you're playing for. If I'm playing in Kolaba at a very fancy bar where people don't like, Bollywood music or don't want to be seen listening to it, then that changes my direction completely to if I'm playing in Juhu, surrounded by a bunch of actors that are here to make their career, who love Bollywood music. It changes the game entirely. So you have to know who you're playing for, where you're playing, when you're playing. If you're playing at 1 a.m, people are really looking to dance and have a lot of energy, but if you're playing at 4 a.m, वो थोड़ा थक जाते हैं, because they've had a full day ahead of them. They've had a full day and they're about to have a full day, but they want to just maybe sway a little bit, so you have to take the music down, keep it going, but keep it mellow. There's so many things to think about. All of these things, when you think of them collectively and then do your bit, which is just playing music, that's what determines what a party ends up being like. I don't want to be the guy that is like, mujhe dekho, but in this case, I do think I have something of value to offer to you, because my party, Millennials Only, you can check it out if you'd like, millennialsonly.in on Instagram, has been a great example of what a good party should feel like, because it's grown purely by word of mouth. There's been no brand integrations or sponsorships, so it doesn't feel like a sellout event. It's grown because people enjoy it and they want to bring their friends, and their friends want to bring their friends. The whole concept of the party, I'll explain it to you very quickly, is that we call people above the age of 25 to come party with us. They listen to throwback music, which is something they're very familiar with, which is, in their shared history. In today's world, on the internet, my cameraman who's behind this camera right now would have listened to an entirely different set of songs compared to me, compared to the person that developed my script, compared to the person that will edit this video, compared to the person that is watching this video. Everyone is listening to different music, even though we are in the same generation. But say 10, 12 years ago, everyone was listening to the same thing. अगर 2008 में MTV या VH1 पे जस्टिन बीबर का बेबी बज रहा है और मुझे नहीं अच्छा लगता है, मेरे पास ऑप्शन नहीं है, मुझे सुनना पड़ेगा और मेरे साथ सबको वही सुनना पड़ेगा, and that's why it's so ingrained in our memory. It's such a core memory of us listening to Justin Bieber, listening to Katy Perry. Top 40 pop was shoved down our throat, like whether we liked it or not. So now we remember it fondly because of the nostalgia element. That's how the party came about. It's music that you know, music that is familiar, music that you can sing to, music that you can dance to, and with people that are close to your age, with people that dress like you, sound like you. So there's a lot of things to relate to, and it doesn't feel like मैं यहाँ आ तो गया हूँ पर मैं यहाँ कर क्या रहा हूँ. My parties never feel like that. It is very easy to build an IP by buying a neon sign and putting it somewhere in a club and inviting a bunch of people and giving your party a name, making a poster and being like, hey, this is my IP. But that doesn't always stand the test of time. It needs to be done bit by bit, one event at a time. Because my first event, we did that on July 3rd, 2025, and today I think we're on July 10th, 2026. My first party had only 150 people. It was a team of 5 people putting that event together, और हम 5 लोग सिर्फ 150 लोगों को इकट्ठा कर पाए. Yesterday was my anniversary party for Millennials Only, and yesterday we had close to 400 people. I had 100 people of my own come in. Now, to actually talk about what was important in this video, the recipe to a great party is music that fits the people. You know, a lot of times DJs have egos about मैं तो यही बजाऊंगा क्योंकि ये मेरा art है. If you want to make a living, yes, that's one way to look at it. But like you have to cater to the people that have paid money to watch you. You know, I'm not saying become a complete sellout, but have a sense of who you're playing for. That will really help, because a great party is only great for the people in it if they actually enjoyed it. And for them to enjoy it, the music has to make sense to them. The venue has to feel cool and feel safe. And I can only give you Bombay examples because I'm from here and I know this place inside out. There's a lot of venues that you go to जहाँ पे अंदर से अच्छी feeling नहीं आती. You know, you walk in and you're like, like it's a little weird. Every place is designed to look premium, but they might not feel premium and they might not feel safe. You need to really be particular about the venue that you're working with. You know, अगर मैं अपने लोगों को बुला रहा हूँ उनके साथ पार्टी करने के लिए, they have to feel safe at my venue, you know, or whichever venue I'm working with. The real recipe for success is consistency in the party. Like, you know, you have to manage their energies and their expectations. Like, you know, play harder music when you need to make them dance, play sing-alongs when you need to make them sing to stuff, read the room, read their energy levels, and you can figure this out in like every 10-30 seconds, every few minutes when you look up the room, you know. And then the last bit, I think that really helps, and again we spoke about this in the community bit, is people have to get along with each other. If I've come to a party as an attendee with my 2 or 3 friends, yes, I am there with my 2 or 3 friends, but we should leave the party with 6 or 7 friends. And that's the real success in a party, where like if I call you to a party, I know that there's someone else at that party that you will get along with. So if you have great music, a venue that feels safe, caters to all needs, people feel welcomed and the ratios are nice, and like everyone gets along with everyone else, or there's definitely significant overlap socially, culturally, you will have a great party. There's no doubt about it. One of the things that really helps me with my curated experience of Millennials Only and the garnish, which is allowed sometimes, is touch points that people will relate to. This could be, you know, pixelated artwork for the gig, because, you know, when I was growing up, it's not like we didn't have great video games, but like the level between a PS2 and a PS5 is crazy, you know, the number of polygons and the stuff. Like, so a slightly older looking graphic works really well for my party in particular. If you had disco balls because you were throwing a disco party, if everyone was encouraged to wear an outfit that looks like it's part of the party, like, you know, I played a disco event recently and the women were encouraged to come in sequin dresses and skirts, and a lot of them did. That works really well. For my Millennials Only party, I encourage people to wear football jerseys whenever possible. Not everyone does it, but the 5 or 6 people that do it, they do it with a lot of love. And ultimately, the real question that I always ask myself after a party is, क्या ये मेरी party में दोबारा आएंगे? And if I ask myself that and the answer is yes, then I know I've done a good job. Because if they had a good time and they think that they want to come back to your party, you are winning. And you know what? Why don't you go ahead and ask yourself if you had fun? Because you are not going to want to do it if you didn't have fun putting this event together in the first place. You won't trust a chef that doesn't enjoy his own food. You are the chef in this case, you know. So make sure that when you are putting together, cooking this party, you know, the people that you're feeding it to, they have fun and you have fun prepping it too. Cheers. I'll be back in my next video. My name is Adi. Thank you for watching.